The Prophet ﷺ was born on a Monday, and it was 570 or 571 AD. Now, the consensus is that he was born on Monday. But what was the particular month? Scholars have different opinions. Some of them say he was born on Rabi al-Awwal, which is the third month in the lunar Islamic calendar. And they still differ about the date. Some of them say he was born on the 12th of Rabi al-Awwal. Some say he was born on the 9th. And some say he was born in Muharram, the first month of the Islamic calendar. And either way, as Muslims, we do not have any great value to the day that he was born in, because he never told us to celebrate his birthday as many people do. And Muslims are not like Christians. Christians have their Christmas. They celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, may peace and blessing be upon him. Muslims do not have this because it's un-Islamic to celebrate the day of his birth, alayhi salatu wasalam. The only way you may celebrate his birth is to follow his sunnah. And how is that? The Prophet ﷺ was once asked about fasting Monday. Why do you fast Monday? The Prophet ﷺ's sunnah is to fast Monday and Thursdays. On Mondays and Thursdays, all the deeds are raised and presented to Allah Azza wa Jal. So I usually like my deeds to be presented while I'm fasting. It adds value. And in another case, or in another incident, the Prophet, when asked, why do you fast on Monday? He gave a justification. He said, this is a day that I was born in. I was born on a Monday. And this is a day that I was revealed to. So the first revelation took place on a Monday. So whoever wants to celebrate the birth of the Prophet ﷺ, he is instructed to fast the day of Monday. Not to throw a party and to start singing and chanting like so many Muslims around the world do. This is an innovation by itself. It's a diversion from the Sunnah, from the religion of actions and deeds and belief of Allah. It is not only merely the love of the Prophet ﷺ that will allow you to enter paradise, as so many people think. No, it is not. If you love the Prophet ﷺ, this is good and great. But to add to this, you have to follow him. You have to practice the religion. But to just stay there, indulge yourself in sins, as many Muslims do, and only celebrate one day during the whole year, and claim that by celebrating the birth of the Prophet ﷺ, all of my sins would be demolished and erased. This indeed is a misconception that has to be cleared to all Muslims. It's not permissible, because this is a form of celebrating the birth of the Prophet ﷺ. And to be objective, what is most important, his birthday or the day he was revealed to? As for the supplication or the prayer, the answer to the prayer of Abraham, this is mentioned in the Quran, where Abraham is asking Allah Azza wa Jal to send one of his offsprings to all mankind, to guide them and to show them the right path. This is understood. Yes. Moses, as in the Old Testament, Jesus Christ, as in the New Testament, also mentioned this, but I did not bring the actual quote from the Old Testament and the New Testament, where Moses, it is said that Allah Azza wa Jal tells us in the Old Testament that he will send a man from the brethren of the sons of Israel. And the brethren of the sons of Israel are the sons of Ishmael. Yes. Because they are the two divisions of Abraham. And he said that I will, Allah says in the Old Testament, so claimed to be, I will put my words into his mouth, and he will not say anything except those that I tell him to. And if you look at it, the brethren of the sons of Israel are those, if you look at the word Muhammad or Ahmad, and they're all names of the Prophet ﷺ, it comes from being the praised one, and the one that gives you the praisals. So he is a comforter, ﷺ. His teachings are comforting to the followers of him. And this is again the prophecy of Jesus Christ, and it's also or the glad tidings of Jesus Christ, and the prophecy of Moses, and the supplication and prayer of Abraham. May peace and blessing be upon them all. This is regarding old scriptures. Now, there are things that the books of Seerah claim to have preceded his birth, such as the demolishing of some of the balconies in Persia, and the light or the fire that the people in Persia worshipped was put off, and so on. But all of this are not authentic, so we do not claim it to have happened.